What's happening, world? Been a minute. Mighty score back at it. Hey, y'all. I know some of y'all out there might be thinking shit like you tripping, right? Like left hand, right hand, alpha and omega, like up and down, like left and right, like in and out, like you understand? So it's like perspective, cause this what I was just saying, like perception of the way a person perceives this shit, that's how life is for them. You know what I mean? And it's just like, damn. And I was taught as a youngster that before long, everybody was gonna be some Barbie and Ken dolls. I couldn't really put that shit together. So, make a long story short, I became an herbalist and I learned anatomy and a whole lot of other metaphysical shit that's like beyond the average perception of things, right? So I had a partner who had this shit called Margellans or some old shit to where like fibers coming out of their skin. So check it, y'all. I feel this shit to been like nanobots and plastic, right? The way the game got remodified. You know, doing research, knowing that, like looking at this list, all this shit wasn't in the motherfucking same. So, Margellans disease or some shit, right? Thinking these folk crazy, dude digging in his motherfucking arm, that shit was unreal. So, it just go back to all the so-called diseases, you know, all these different little calamities and things that we're supposed to perceive as being fucked up, you know what I mean? And how you keep a person fucked up and keep their energy low is you keep them in survival mode, you keep them in trauma, you keep them worried, you keep them, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. So that shit create what they call loose. So therefore you feed the disagreeable shit or the enemy or this energy or this satanic shit that these people on this same list work to concentrate so they can fucking eat, right? Because they eat the souls of the fucking people. Remember, America eat her young, right? So America eat her motherfucking young, bro. Like they serve babies in the restaurants, you know? People, the homeless, wondering where the fuck them people at that was in Florida and Alligator, Alcatraz, bro, they in Burger King, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's for real like that. I don't like food. People didn't understand where I was coming from, but it wasn't just because that I don't like food and I say that the food ain't real. I don't want to eat people. So my spirit on a higher plane will not let me subjugate myself into committing something that'll be a desecration upon my fucking holy existence. Did that, y'all. So one thing about it, when you tap in, you can't tap out. I'm gonna run this thing up real quick for y'all. I ain't gonna make it all long and drawn out. I had to build it up for you to draw the picture. Some of y'all might think you motherfucking crazy. Some of y'all people been saying you out your mind your whole life. Some of y'all not quite sure about some of this shit, and some of y'all absolutely your mind is made up. You looking at this finna look at this paper and finna be like, this SOB, he feel like me. He done put this shit together. See, the key to control is misdirection. If I remember like Bugs Bunny, remember them cartoons and shit, the way he used to drive their ass crazy, moving their ass to the left hand. That's how we learn our game, y'all. They taught us misdirection from the get-go, taught us how to deceive a motherfucker, how to trick them, not to be honest, not to be real. Like this shit was embedded and breaded and programmed into your ass subliminally. You see what I'm saying? Effortlessly. It's the subtle little small shit is what they put in the background of what you call it. It's the background noise, y'all. You gotta hear the shit in the background. And you gotta see beyond what you see. Because what you see ain't what you see. And I clearly draw the picture for you. So you gotta study the Council of Nicaea so you'll learn how you got misdirected from the get-go. So you got misdirected from the get-go because they came up with what they call the 3 Abrahamic religion. You gotta do your own research. You know what I'm saying? Did the whole shit. It ain't really for me to do that. I'm just really sharing. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, part of the share part of what's going on is that, like, I'm putting forward that I don't consent to a damn thing. I do what I do. My loose belong to me. Can't nobody sit here and try to trick this and make this be whoop the whoop whoop the whoop da da da. You see what I'm saying? This just 30 yo. So overstand. The 3 Abrahamic religions: Islam, right? Christianity, right? And Judaism, my dude. See 'em? The Holy Trinity. They married that shit from the get-go. The Council of Nicaea. I stand to be corrected on the date. We ain't gonna even get into all this shit because it's all fake. So look, the Vatican ordered it. They present you with a cross, right? But really, they the upside down cross. They the satanic. They drink blood. They sacrifice people. They've been doing it from the get-go. They've been making us make ritual by getting up our loose, creating wars and the thoughts and rumors of wars. And a lot of this shit fake in Hollywood. But they taking our loose from our emotions, making us fight left wing, right wing. And like you saying, they trick you with the NAZI, right? And then they trick you again with the GIONZT, right? Which are really the SATANIKZ. You see what I'm saying? They one and the same. But they show you left hand, right hand. You just pick the hand. You see what I'm saying? As you drop down, you see they spent it off. They drop you with politics and with the hate method. KKK, da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? All the other little small groups, you know what I'm saying? Like the Antifas and da-da-da-da. Most of the motherfuckers paid out, dude. You know what I'm saying? So don't believe the hype. All this shit you seeing in your face, that shit fake as a fool. So we dropped down to the politics. They gave you Republican or they gave you the Democrat, right? You can pick whichever one you want to be in that whole mix of the politics. You see what I'm saying? Cause all the politics. 2 ticks. I gotta give it up to my partner Tim Morgan, that my neighbor, and my best partner in the whole world, my real little brother. So they dropped down even further. They came up with some whole other shit. They came up with enforcement, like all the Gestapo type, you know what I'm saying, Nazi, the Stasi, the snitching, self-snitching, the whole snitch culture. All that shit part of the slave catch, that the police. You know what I'm saying? That police shit. You understand? So you got prisons and you got death. You can pick whichever one you want. But then on the left hand, as you see, you can run it up the chart. You got the law, right? You got the judges and the lawyers. You see it? Left hand, right hand. You pick which hand you want to use. You see? But they all the same mofo, bro. You see it? You see who at the top? It's a game. They pin you against yourself, fool. Stop fighting yourself. Your leader is in the mirror. Until you look in the mirror and find your leader, we ain't activating, man. And you ain't activating. If you ain't looking in that you ain't looking in that mirror. That's why they gave you the key to control of me direction. Why the fuck you think they tricked you to pick one of these folk within that, from Muhammad to a Jesus to any of these folk, to be your fucking leader? And then when Elijah came, they ignored him. And he left a message for the black man in America, and you ain't went and got your fucking message. And that shit is fucking disgraceful. In the law economic, in the black mean you wealthy. In the red, you fucked up. So where it be? I know I'm copper color. But when they look at me, they say I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man motherfucking walking. But I'm the ultimate of life. Because they got it all fucked up. They don't do no research. Actually, black is the presence of life. White is the absence of light. You understand? You see black standing on that white? That's the light. Understand? Y'all blind, man. Wake your ass up and go back to sleep, man. It's 30 on, I'm out.